Welcome to day number 13 in your Building Strength for Life plan. This is a 31-day program to enhance health, build strength, and to supercharge your confidence. And today is a walking workout. It's a 15-minute workout, just all around steps, moving in different directions, and it is to help you to promote your muscle recovery after a long old 12 days that has come before if you've worked with me in the plan. There is no rest in this workout today. It flows all the way through for 15 minutes. But if you do feel that you need any pockets of rest or recovery as we work through, then please do make sure that you take that as and when it feels right for you. You don't need any equipment at all for this workout today. You just need a little bit of space. So if you're ready, let's get going. Okay, so let's get going. The first thing we're going to do is we're just going to have a march. So just going to march it out here. Imagine that you have got something pulling up through the crown of your head. Your shoulders are back. You're nice and relaxed. The chest is open. And we're just going to march together. So just really thinking about body position, body awareness, really placing those feet down, knowing where they're going before they get there, and not stamping. So I'm wearing trainers for this exercise, but you can of course do this with bare feet. We are not lifting any weights today, so it should be safe for you to do that if that is more comfortable for you. So just marching it out here. And for the next exercise, I want you to imagine there is a square drawn onto the floor, and we're going to be walking into each of those corners of the square. So let's do this. So into the first corner, the second, back, and the fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. So just each time, just tapping back, tap into that back corner, swapping each time. Sometimes it takes a little while to get the coordination on this particular exercise. It's one that I include in a lot of my members only workouts. You can find those on my website, strengthandbloom.com. Good. You get additional content on there, so members exclusive workouts. So if you're enjoying this series and you want a little bit more, then feel free to head over to strengthandbloom.com and you can see what else we do. Good job. Well done. So keeping that ticking over. We are going to come back to this exercise, but we're just going to start to move side to side here. So I want you to bring the leg behind and the hands come as well. So hands are going in the same way to that leg. Push, 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 and push. Here we go. So if you have stuck with me for 13 days so far, first of all, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you with me. It's a long old time to spend together already. We're nearly halfway through our plan here, aren't we? So you're doing so well if that's been the case. Please do make sure that you leave me a comment and let me know how you're getting on, because I want to be able to support you. I want to be able to cheerlead you through this plan. It's so nice to know that I am not doing this on my own, that there are loads of you out there doing it with me. Good job. Keep it going. 2, 1. You're going to come back into the center, and we're going to come wide and then back into narrow. Wide, back into narrow. Now, you can do whatever you want with your hands. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. You can either keep them tucked in here. If you find the coordination just a little bit too much, you can just let them do what they want to do. Okay. You can try and make them go with the movement each time. I don't mind. I honestly don't mind. I want you to feel comfortable as you're working through with me today. This is a light session. Okay, so we're not lifting anything here. We're not holding on to our body weight. We are still bearing weight through our bodies though. That's really important to note. So still are loads and loads of benefits of doing this workout today. Right, we're going to go back to that square. Remember that square onto the floor. This time we're going to get the arms involved. So 1, 2, 3, push up. 1, 2, 3, push out. 1, 2, 3, up and out. Good. Now, feel the length of the fingertips all the way through. Channel through, up and out. Good. Amazing work. Don't worry if you get muddled with the coordination on this one. You can swap halfway through as well. I really don't mind. You can do whatever you like. If you end up doing 2 reaches up or 2 reaches out, it doesn't matter. And back into the center. We're going to go sideways now because sideways movement is really, really important. So just step to the side, other side, tap, 1, 2, back into center. Good. Now, if you know where you are in time and space, you shouldn't need to look at your feet. You should know what they're going to do. You shouldn't be treading on your own feet. If you are still not quite at that stage, and that's absolutely fine if you are not there, by the way, then do just double check in. Make any adjustments you need to make, then start to trust that your brain is going to figure it out. Take it down a pace. Just so you know, you need to know where you are in time and space. It really helps with things like tripping and slipping and falls and all of that good stuff. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a diagonal march. So we're just back into the center here. We're going to step out, back in, and then out and back in. Out, back in, out, back in. So imagine your square has got really big. Or maybe it's a rectangle now. Back in, out, back in. And so each time you're coming back into those corners, back into the center. And I'm actually leading with the heel as I go into that first corner. So each time we get a heel lead. So stretching out a little bit through the back of the calf there, the back of the lower leg. Good. If you're feeling really good today, then we're going to run all the way back through this again, and you can feel free to notch it up as much as you like. I'm going to stay at this level. This is my effort level that I'm happy with today. So this is where I'm going to stay, and in around about 10 seconds or so, I'm going to bring it back in to a march. Good. So just turning that body, keep the hips turning with you, and we're going to get back into that march. So full, nice, tall, confident body. You know where those feet are. You've got those shoulders back. You're holding in tight to your tummy muscles. You're breathing freely. Good. Swinging those arms if that feels good. Amazing work. We're going to go all the way through, back through the program. One more time. Amazing. So just keep stepping. And just think about those postural muscles. So bring the shoulders back. Keep that chin up, but we don't want it too high. You want to think about that airway as a bendy straw, and if you're all the way tucked down here, you can't get that oxygen in. So keep that chin up, confident shoulder, nice and proud, and we're going to go into that box step. So let's go. Tap, 1, 2, 3, tap, 1, 2, 3, tap. Good. Again, whatever you want to do with the hands, totally up to you. As we go through, you know that we're going to work those hands in. So if you already want to get ahead of the game and you want to start pushing those hands up or pushing them out here, then you absolutely can do. One thing to avoid is overly swinging the hips and the shoulders as we're going through. So you want to stay nice and upright. Let the legs do the work. Hold in tight to your tummy. Sometimes we see too much of this. Swing, swing, swing. Stay nice and straight. Good. Well done. We're going to go for that sideways and back movement. The standing skater is coming up next. So back into the center and across and across. Now, if that level of twisting doesn't feel good for you today, then you can just keep the hands in, tucked in here, fingertips onto waist if you prefer. Otherwise, you can fully commit to getting that lovely stretch in through the abs as that leg comes back behind, and I'm just dropping down a toe and pushing back up again. Well done. Again, just breathing freely. Let the confidence come. You know what you're doing now. You've done a lot of these exercises in some of the other workouts that we've done together. Good job. We're going to come back into center. We're going to go wide to narrow. So wide, narrow, wide, narrow. And you'll notice that I am changing the leading leg each time. That might be a little bit too much in terms of your coordination. You may not be able to do that each time, but for me, that's where I am. So that's what I'm going to do. But if not, it doesn't really matter. You can do one on each side and then do another one on each side. That's totally fine by me. Good job. Amazing. Keep going. Tap. And again, not overly swaying. You're not swaying each time. Staying nice and rigid. Good job. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back into that march, into the center. And we're going to go back through to those box steps with the push-up and the push-out. So really feeling the length through the arms, through the fingertips. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Up. Out. Up and out. Good. So thank you so much for all of your comments. It's really great to have you here. Want to be able to carry on supporting you. So please do leave me a comment. Please let me know how you're getting on. Good job. Good. Almost there. You're nearly at the end of this plan today. This little exercise program. Again, it can be done as a standalone. If you like this one, then just give it a little save. Now you know that you can circle back to it at any time. Back into the center. We're going to go sideways again. So depending on how much room you've got, back into the center and over, over, back, back. This is the one that I know that a lot of people find tricky because their feet get all sort of muddled up and you're not really sure where you are. But sideways movements are really, really, really important. So that is why I always include them in pretty much every workout. Because we are 360-degree beings. We don't just work forwards and backwards and up and down. We go side to side, we go diagonal, we go in every single which way. So we have to train that way as well, because that's what makes us fit for life. And that's what we're all about here. Enhancing health, building strength, and don't forget that confidence. Almost ready to get back into the center. Okay, last little exercise before we head off for the day, and we're going to do that diagonal back into the center and then to the diagonal. So again, remembering to keep those shoulders nice and square as you come in, back, in and back. Lead with the heel on the first one if you can. Good. Hips are facing each time. Bring them with you. Good. If it helps to have something visual, if your floor has a particular marking, if you're doing it on a carpet or a mat, and there's a marking on there that really helps, then have that if you're struggling with that coordination, because your brain will start to learn what that feels like. And you can start to reduce the amount of times that you need to look at that for a visual clue, because your brain will learn. It wants to learn. That's how we've evolved. That's why you remember things. It wants to learn. So you're going to teach it. Good. Almost there. Good job. And take your rest, bring it back into the center for your final march. So all that is left for me to say to you today is very well done for making it to the end of day 13. Tomorrow is day 14 and we're almost halfway through our plan. And that's 2 weeks, 2 full weeks. So tomorrow, same as it was last week, is a rest day. It is a stretchy day, so I'm going to have a session for you to join in with some light stretching and some mindfulness. We're going to work on some breathing as well, so join me for that. I can't wait to see you tomorrow, and take care. See you soon. Bye.